Do you enjoy going to Moulin Rouge as much as we do? Better yet, do you like going to concerts and sporting events?
SeatGeek helps people easily purchase tickets to these kind of events and unites people like you and us through live entertainment.
And things just got easier for you. As proud partners of SeatGeek, you can use our exclusive promo code CANCAN10 and you'll get $10 off of any purchase that is $250 or over.
Hey Lily, you've been eyeing up that can seat for a while.
You're so right, Jules. I think I'm gonna go purchase it right now and use our code for a discount. Do you want to join?
Hell yeah!
Again, that's CANCAN10, CANCAN10, to get $10 off of any purchase that is $250 or over, only valid for one purchase. Hello, and welcome back to episode 7 of Can Can Talks. I'm
Whoop,
Lily.
whoop.
I'm with my co host Jules, and we have a fun episode for you today. Jules, do you want to start us off with some announcements?
Um, yeah. We have some new members of the tour. We have new tour members. So, Nicholas De La Vega is joining the national tour, which is super exciting. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to play this in the background. Um, I really hope I'm not pronouncing this wrong, but Valerie Yamin, she is actually joining the Broadway company. I believe she's going to be a vacation swing. It's amazing. Renee Titus is also joining the national tour. And then Omar Neves, I believe is his name. Again, I feel awful, but he is joining as a swing and an understudy to Santiago. So that's our new people. We got some new people joining the tour. But we have some people leaving. Preston is leaving the tour. And my heart breaks because it makes me so sad. Um, if anyone's had the pleasure of seeing Preston before, you know how much of an amazing person he is, but not just even as a performer, just as a person. So it hits pretty hard that he's leaving. But we're excited to see what he does next. But yeah, that's all my announcements. I feel like I'm missing something, and I guess we'll figure out. All right, so that's all mine done.
As we speak, um, Derek Klena has called out mid show. Of course, we hope that he is okay, and that everything is going all right. But we love our swings. I just want to say that. We love our swings. Dylan had to go on mid show again. So, yes, swings are the superheroes of Broadway and theater. So,
That's true.
alrighty. So, we recapping.
Hell yeah.
So, we are recapping our New York trip from last weekend. It honestly doesn't even feel like it's been a week. It feels like it's been,
Feels like it was a really long time ago,
yeah,
and it was a week ago.
yeah.
It's a, it's yeah, it's kind of messing with my brain. Like I'm like, wait, that was
Yeah,
like last week.
my brain is also
Um,
my brain is still trying to get back to the land of the living.
yes, yes. I saw Rouge 3 times in a weekend. It was a
Yes,
bit,
you
it was a bit,
did.
it was a bit intense.
Can confirm.
So, well, where do you want to start?
Do you want to start with your Friday because you're the one who
Start with
came in
Friday.
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, I came in Friday. I came in hot on
I was
Friday.
packing.
Um, and we sat can. Oh, I do love a good can moment. That was really fun. I haven't sat can since like July of last year, so it's been a while as well. But it was just so nice to be back at the show. It had been 2 months had passed. I'm doing the classic peace sign. The 2 months have passed. So to be back was really fun. And also I love seeing it with different cast members as well. Even though I've seen Derek Klena before and Jay, it's still fun to see people when they come back and just new people take on the role. So I really enjoyed it. So my Friday night, and then we ended the Friday night with going to Raising Cane's. If you've never had Raising Cane's, you need to change that because it is so good. When I found out they were opening one in Times Square, I was so happy because I love it. And there's not one near me where I live. So I only eat it when I'm in New York, and it's just perfection. Um, yeah, no, Friday was great, and then we drove back, and it started to snow. So I was like,
It did start to snow.
I hadn't seen snow in a long time. So I was like, this is kind of cool. But Friday was a good night. Like I said, it's always fun to be back at the show. It's always fun to be back in New York, back to Broadway. Um, Saturday though, let's move on to Saturday,
Saturday, I arrived.
and it all went downhill from there.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm kidding.
no, it all went well. It was a whoop, 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 whoop. Crazy weekend, but yeah, I arrived. Well, the thing about the snow, my flight got delayed only like 45, 50 minutes. My other two friends who were in Ohio with me, they were taking another flight and their flight got canceled. And then they tried to reschedule. And the thing about it is that their airline, and I'm not going to say what airline it is, but their airline did not have any nonstop flights to New York at all. And so they all had to figure out where they wanted to lay over for like an hour or two. But nonetheless, everybody got into the city by like 3:30ish. I got there around, I want to say like 11 or
Yeah,
noon.
it was like 12, 10, 11. You got in because we were like arriving in the city at the same time.
Yeah. And then we got our hotel room and then y'all put on your scram shirt.
I had to wear my scramp shirt because I had been waiting. We had been waiting so long to premiere it. We hadn't posted it on our fan accounts. Like no one knew about it. So we had been waiting and we were like, this is our moment. Bear in mind, the night before we saw Scramps himself in the flesh.
By the way,
Cat,
it's Cameron Burke.
yeah, if you don't know. Um, and we told him about it. So I was like, how about we wear them? You know. So we decided to wear them and then we did we go for brunch first or did we
I think we went for brunch first.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Okay.
Oh, yeah, right, right.
So we got dropped off at the Al Hirsch because where we went for brunch is just down the street. And we checked the board for something. For some reason, we just did like we're type of people who check the board all the time. And I see someone walking towards us. I'm like, huh, I know who that person is. And it was Cameron. And I stopped. I opened up my coat and I kind of like was like, and he stopped us and we had a great conversation. Took a few photos, and that's when we made our TikTok.
Iconic, literally
Our
iconic.
Scramps TikTok, which if you haven't seen, please go check it out. I think it's one of my proudest pieces of work. Um,
They basically took inspiration from Clay's Instagram reel, um, about
the clowns.
the clowns, and we did it with Cam, and I
And
was the videographer.
it was great. It was fantastic. 10 out of 10, best thing I've done. Then we went for lunch. We went for food. We went to our classic love place we love to go to, Five Nap, and we had some yummy food.
I have a video of they had two for one mimosas, and I have a video of like just us staring at all eight of our mimosas.
I
Like
didn't know they had 2-for-1 mimosas, so my confusion when they come over and they put two mimosas in front of my face, I'm like,
all of us were
uh,
like, oh,
and there's 8 mimosas on the table and four of us, and I'm like,
what?
what? And we didn't know.
We were
So
like,
that
well,
was
drink
definitely.
up.
I was like, guess we're gonna start drinking early one.
It's happy hour somewhere.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock somewhere. So we had that, and then we went and we decided to go get ready for Snob. Well, we did a few things, but we went back to the hotel and got ourselves ready and sorry. I um What else did we do? So we went for dinner. That was really fun. Blah blah blah. And we went to we went to Sardi, and
We
we were
were
trying
trying
to.
to find all the pictures. Trying to
It
find
was
Aaron
very.
Tveit.
I finally found Tveit. It took me a little bit because I saw Lynn when I walked in. I'm looking around. Some of these people I like. I just generally didn't know who they were, and I
Yeah.
couldn't
I
tell.
think
And
I
I'm
saw
like,
Tom Hiddleston somewhere as well on the wall, and I was like, "Oh, that looks like Tom Hiddleston."
yeah. Some of them you could easily. Some I'm like, is that this person or this person? And then we finally found Tveit. Tveit though didn't look like Tveit at first. It took me a minute to find him. So we had Sardis and then we went to our snob, and you can never go wrong with a snobby snob. So, spoiler alert, we went to Moulin Rouge, but Lily decided to take a whole 360 and go to Little Shop.
Yeah, which was so good, by the way. I was sat second row. The plant was not as terrifying as, the first time I went because I was 7 when I went. But it was still terrifying, especially kind of at the end. And I'm not going to spoil what happens at the end,
I
but
still have not seen it.
it's a very good show. It's do you know have you seen Rocky Horror?
I love Rocky Horror. It's one of my
I
favorites.
think it's the same creators as Rocky Horror.
Yeah, I know there's a movie. I just haven't gotten around to watching it. I know obviously it's a show, and again, I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet.
It's great. It's
It's on
great.
my
The songs
list.
are really good. The music is great. Evan Rachel Wood, queen, absolute queen. Darren Chris, amazing as always. I'm so happy he's back with live theater right now. I love it.
I have loved Evan Rachel Wood ever since I saw her in Across the Universe, which is a great movie. If you have not seen that
I
movie,
need to see it.
please go watch it. It's basically like a Beatles, like the music of the Beatles, and it's just done so amazingly, and it's still one of my favorite like musical movies to this day.
I love her
And
voice, so
she
I need to see it.
she's in it, and she's great, and that's how like I basically like fell in love with Evan Rachel Wood. And then when I found out she come to Little Shop, I was like, I need to go, but I want to do Rouge and I want to do this, and
We
it
have
was
a
a whole night.
budget, money, it's expensive.
So we all went to our different, I say we went separate ways. We like split up, went to go see our shows, and then they decided to go and do a little bit of karaokeing. You guys decided to go off and do some
Which was an interesting time. Um, my friend, and she knows who she is. She is one of the like best singers that I've ever met in my entire life. Like she is so good at singing. She decided to sing "Hello" by Adele, but like she like spoke interpretively and then started like yelling it. It was a very like weird, it was so funny. I was cracking up. And then one of my friends decided to sing She Used to Be Mine from Waitress, but it was a different She Used to Be Mine. Apparently there's like a different She Used to Be Mine song. So they're singing they're singing this song from the Broadway show, but the lyrics aren't matching. And it was just one of those karaoke moments where you're like, oh. I sang One Last Time by Ariana Grande, and they had the music video. And any Victorious fans out there, the guy who plays Robbie Shapiro is in that music video. So I turn around and I go, oh, it's Robbie. Everybody's like, whoa.
oh my goodness.
We had a time and a half.
I just drunk in the hotel room. Ate raise. Oh yeah, we went to Raising Cane's yet again, 2 nights in a row. We are like, do you know what? We were like, 'cause we were a little hungry. We get hungry after the shows. I think the
Yeah.
shows just make us hungry, and we're like,
Mm-hmm.
should we go to Raising Cane's? So we went to Raising Cane's again. So Saturday was great. Let's go on to Sunday. Sunday was a day.
It was oh
Actually, wait, I forgot my ex. Oh no, no, sorry. Backtrack to Saturday. Um, This really relates to our last episode, episode 6, when we talked about stage door. No, was it? No, no, we didn't. Episode 5, when we talked about stage door etiquette.
yeah.
Okay. I had a really awful stage door experience on Saturday night, and Lily knows this.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I
I,
basically it was kind of the same thing for me, and I got 2 signatures and it was like out.
yeah,
I'm like, I'm done.
so we went, obviously, saw Rouge, and we went to stage door. I always love stage door in Rouge. And we were up against a barrier, me and my friend, and people came out. Like Derek came out, that was great, blah blah blah. And then some other people came out, and it got to the point where people then started pushing, and it was pushing and pushing to the point the red barricades that you've been to Rouge, you've seen the metal ones. One of them, the one I was against, was starting to tilt because I was being pushed so much. It was being tilt, and I was a bit like, I got a signature, and I was like, I'm done. I was like, get me out of here because you don't need to push people, and the amount of people who had their hands in my face and pushing and phones and like all this, you don't need to do that. I get you want to see this person and whatever, but like don't be like that. It was awful. I really didn't like it. And it got to the point I was like, I'm done. I had to walk away, and we walked over to the other side. I was like, I can't. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to put myself in a position where I was being pushed and shoved, and people like were putting their playbills in my face or their phones in my face, and I was like, yeah, not the best thing to do. Anyway, sorry to dampen the mood.
Oh
Move on
no,
to
I
Sunday.
mean,
Sunday was a day. Sunday was a very busy day. I mean,
yeah, you guys were.
we
Woo.
were, we were a little running around. So we started off, we went for another brunch, another boozy brunch. I do love a good brunch.
We went to Peachy Keen, which was it was really good. I liked it a
I
lot.
do love a good peachy keen moment. And then we went off again to go see another show. But you know what? You'll be happy to know it
Wait,
wasn't.
wait. We went to the call board at the
Oh yeah,
Owlhurst.
we went to the Owlhurst again because again, we can never go into the city without
Jules, do you
stopping
want to
by.
tell this story
Oh, I was like, okay, so we were like, there's a few names on that board
I'm gonna
today.
go hide now.
Let's go see the names on the board.
Jules goes inside, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I
everyone's
kind of
like, no, no,
just
let's
stood
not go inside. I'm
outside.
like, nah, we'll just go inside. Oh, interesting. I know that person. Certain person playing the Duke. I was like, guess who's playing the Duke today, guys? And they're like, who? I'm like, Deepaul. We always love a Dylan Duke. We always love a Dylan
Dylan
Dookie.
Dookie.
And there was Alexa DeMar was on and Debria, so we were like super excited. I know Yo-Yo, so I was like, oh, this is really cool. We got a stacked cast as well. We had Nick Martinez Baby Doll and Raul was Pierre. So it was like the
Really, honestly, like
it was
swing Sunday.
it was Swing Sunday, but it was stacked. And I was like, oh my God, you guys, look at this. So that was really fun. I love seeing that. I love seeing people on.
Jules
It makes
says
me
it's
excited.
Dylan Duke, and I start screaming. Um,
Yes,
quite literally
I had
screaming.
yes, I was like, let's get out of here before someone thinks we're weird. Um, so then after that we part way. Well, no, we go to the Lunt Fontana, aka Sweeney Todd, to make sure it exists. We had to go up there to make sure that Sweeney Todd existed. And then we came back. We actually went to Bird and Branch. We got some drinks at Bird and Branch, and then we went back to Sweeney. And we set our separate ways. I say no, I think already we had set our
Yeah,
separate
I
ways.
went to the NBC studio to get You Can't Be
Yeah.
Saved by SNL sweatshirt.
And we went to see Sweeney Todd. We had good
Tell me about
seats.
Sweeney. I just want to hear all about
You know what? Aaron Tveit.
it.
That's all I'm gonna say. It was brilliant. So we've talked about this before. Our Sweetie Todd's one of my favorite shows apart from Rouge. It's always been like a show I've loved ever since I was little. So go just being back at Sweeney always makes me like really happy anyway. But this was Julia and Liz's first time. They'd never seen it, they've never heard the soundtrack, they'd never watched the movie. So it was also like kind of a sense of pride for me because like I am taking two of my really close friends to see this show that I absolutely adore. So we get in there and it's just brilliant. Now, if anyone's seen Sweeney, Act One feels like the longest thing ever. Act One
Yeah.
is very long, and I had to, I pulled a Lily. I was like, I have to pee. And I
We're
was
calling it that
like,
now. I love it.
oh my God. And I love the songs in Act One. So I'm like, oh no, no, no. I have to stay. I have to watch Epiphany and A Little Priest. But I can feel, I'm like, oh my God, I need to go to the restroom. So it comes up, Act One's finished, woo, and I bolt out of there. Um, Also, I have a complaint about the Lump Fontana. I got a Sprite from Lump Fontana and it was flat. I
Oh,
was not very happy. It was a
disgusting.
flat Sprite and I was disappointed.
Ugh.
Um, I could have gone back and gotten a but I didn't. So technically it's also my fault. Okay, so then Act Two starts, great. And we're at the part where they're singing when Tobias is singing Not While I'm Around. So we're like near the end of Act Two and well, not near the end, but like, 3/4 away in. And I'm like, oh, I gotta pee again. And I was like, crap. Because all the mimosas I drank that morning, like, oh no. So this sounds awful to say, and I know so many people are gonna come at me, but Not While I'm Around is a song that's quite a little bit slower. And I was like, okay, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go now because it's a slower song. It's, compared to the other songs coming up, were big pinnacle moments in the show. I was like, I'm gonna go now. So I'm just like, be right back. And I just sprint out to go to the restroom. And I'm like, I'm hurrying because I don't want to miss the show too much. And I run back and they're like, hold on, like we'll seat you in a second. So I'm watching it from the back, it was really cool. Um, Great show. Show finishes, great show. I mean, like I said, it's one of my favorites. Awesome. Tveit is great. We love Tveit. Tveit like eight. Love him. So then we did stage door. We got a sort of good spot at stage doors. Again, stage door for that was crazy. Crazy. And despite it being crazy, we got our playbill signed and I got my picture with Aaron Tveit. It only
Can
took
we
me
get a
like a
picture?
yeah,
And
I
then
was like,
he
I was just like, can I get a picture? And he was like, are you ready? I was like, oh yes. I panicked. I panicked. My adrenaline was running because I'd just seen this show and I'm doing all this and I'm thinking about everything else. Only a year in the making. I've been waiting to meet him since like March of last year. So it was quite a nice full circle moment. So we had a really fun. Did that, but
you
again, it
guys
was
spotted Tveit across the street
we did
on Friday.
we did spot him across the street, and I was like, I'm not used to seeing him with a beard, so it took us a minute, but we did spot him a few nights before that. It's weird seeing him just walking around New York. It's with any actor. I've seen like
Yeah,
Broadway actors just walk around the city. I'm
yeah.
just like, yeah, it's weird seeing them like just out and about, even though they're human, just like you and I. But it's still like, oh, I know who that is. um, at the time I ran into Jay Harrison Gee, and I was like, I know who that is. And again, you just kind of have a bit of a moment. Um, but yeah, no, we did that again. Stage door was crazy, so we kind of got our pictures, and we are like, do you know what?
We got what we needed.
Let's go. And I felt bad. I would love to have seen the rest of the cast, but it was just so crazy busy. So we did that, and then yeah, it was. And then that night we saw
We all saw Rouge.
we saw Rouge again because
Yeah,
we had to finish it off with a bang.
exactly. And no better way to finish it off with a bang than Rouge.
Oh, it was a big bang.
Rouge et Rouge.
Mm.
Great. It was great. I said can. Um, I still have not recovered. I feel bad for the guy who like sat next to me because the guy next to me was just not having his like a great. I don't know what was going. I don't know if he's like super serious, but like didn't hear a peep out of him. Don't even think he smiled at all during the performance. And I'm over here living my best life. So
Um,
I also had a beer before. So I was loosey goosey.
Sunday, I was graced with the presence of Duke money as well. So that was really nice
Yes,
too.
yes.
Finally, a big shout out to Aaron C. Finley because I've been bless his heart, I've been asking like every time I go to the show, I'd be asking. And I guess my persistence finally paid off because I was just kind of like, and
And
I
he
got
dropped it. He
I
dropped it.
I got some Duke money, so that was to add to the collection. That was really fun. Sunday was a really good show.
It
Sunday
was a
was
very
like
good show.
it was just last show of the week, but like the energy of the cast was like phenomenal. The energy of the audience was phenomenal. It was just like
And seeing Debria, because we had just interviewed her on this podcast, so seeing her perform, and especially like coming from, like you as well, Jules, like we come from out of town, so it really is like, I mean, I didn't go repeat times, but like it really is kind of a gamble and like who you're gonna get in a show, and to have Debria be in the show, it was very special.
her and Alexa
And
both on the
Alexia
same
both,
night.
yeah.
So many swings on. I mean, it was great. I love a good swing set Sunday. Um, yeah, it was a great
Obviously,
show.
like we hope that the principal actors are healthy
Oh yeah.
and are fine, but we do love our
We
slings.
always we always do. Really great show. I mean, every time I go, it's a great show. But I just hit number 15. That was number 15 for me. Um, I love
Mine was
it.
number 6, including the tour, so it was 5 on Broadway.
Five on Broadway, one on tour. I hit my Sweet 16 next month while I'm in good old sunny old England, which
So
is
exciting. So
so
exciting.
so exciting. No, but it was great. It was a great trip. It was difficult to leave. It's always difficult to leave. Just leaving the Rouge because it's such a nice show, and but it's I also love when we get to go and we get to say hi to people, see the people, we got to meet we got to see Debris in person, Alexa, all these
Raul.
people. Raul, oh,
Raul.
Raul. Seeing them all as well, getting to say hi to
The
them.
security guards, Angel. Shout out, Angel.
Um, that's all of them, everybody getting to see them all. Um, it's
I think
always
that's
really
like
fun.
what's so great about like going to a show so many times is that people start to recognize you, and then you just have a good old chat. Um, like, hi, how are you doing? Like, it's just it's really, really great.
It's very sweet. And Liz said this last week. I never take any moment I'm at, even just on Broadway in general, but at the Rouge, Broadway, New York, whatever. I never take any moment like that for granted because it's even just the interactions with the cast or interactions with other fans, I never take it for granted because it's such a special thing for me. Um and it warms my heart. It makes me a little emotional,
I
just thinking about
know.
it, just to be in the presence of these people and just, like Christian says, a, a place to,
A place to
um,
belong, people to love.
yeah, people to love, place to belong. Like that's what it feels like, and that's really what Moulin Rouge is to me. A place to belong and people to love.
For sure.
So now I'm
Like
gonna go
it's
cry,
I
everybody.
know,
Thanks.
literally me.
It
Like,
makes me a little sad.
I know. It's like it's so funny because I was with my friend today, and I'm like, the next holiday weekend is Memorial Day for me, and Memorial Day is very close to my birthday. So I'm like already planning to go back in 3 months. I think like my 3 months is like the time interval. I go like every 3 months now. But yeah, I'm just like I leave, I'm on that plane and it takes off, and I'm like, I want to go back. Like I just want to go back, and I just have that itch. And sometimes it'll go away and then it'll come back, and it'll go away and come back. But it's always when I leave and I'm like back here. Not that I don't like my city. I do love Cincinnati. Go Bengals, go Reds, because it's baseball season. But um, nothing compares to the Big Apple, and especially, well, the Al Hirschfeld Theater. It's a very special place.
I'm shaking my head at the baseball comment.
Jules is like, I don't like baseball.
I can't. It's too boring to me. I just,
See, when you're with me at a baseball game, it's much like Rouge. I'm a little bit too excited.
I can't do
I get
baseball.
really into it. The
Um,
one thing I can't do is the really big beers that they sell.
I don't drink beer. I'm not a beer girl. I don't like the taste of beer. I don't. I'm more of a spirit, like a liquor. So like even at shows, if I'm ever gonna drink, it's gonna be a
Oh
cocktail.
my God, you should have seen me
Um,
just drink a beer. I was like,
I
oh,
just don't. Yeah, I'm not.
down in that beer.
I think beer tastes kind of gross to me, honestly.
What is that bar? First of all, what is that bar? Like, it's at the end of the street.
Iron Bar?
Yes, that's where I was.
Ugh. Um,
And like Justin Timberlake songs, Firework by Katy Perry started playing, and I was like, very meta. This feels very meta.
I know
Meant to
it's really
be.
great when like songs come on and you're just like, that song was in Moulin Rouge, or this song's in Moulin Rouge.
It's
My
most of, yeah, it's a
most
lot.
most
There's a
songs,
lot.
most songs. You know, that's really interesting, and I'll have to cover it on another day. But I was looking in the back of a playbill the other day, and it lists the songs, and some of the songs on there, I was like, wait, this is in there? I have to talk about it. I'm not at my house right now. But when in another episode, I'll have to bring it up. Um,
Yeah, I was listening to Toxic by Britney Spears. It was on the radio coming home yesterday night, I think, on the way to home from Target. Yeah, and oh my God, I was jamming. I was doing all the choreography in the car, and I was like, uh,
but all in all, I think we had a great. It was a sick, it's great success, great successful weekend. I did try and get Lily to come with us to Sweeney Todd, but she
yeah.
hates me.
No,
Um,
I don't. I just, Little
she
Shop and then Sweeney. It's just a little bit too much gore.
it is a little Sweeney is a little bit gory, but I love it. You know, my favorite thing about the whole I don't know if this is a spoiler, so please forgive me if you've not seen Sweeney, but my favorite thing about seeing Tveit as Sweeney was everyone knows about Christian the Murderer from the Boston run, and just seeing him play Sweeney, I was like,
Ooh.
it feels full circle to me. I was like, I love this. Christian the Murderer, and then going on to play Sweeney Todd.
And then the
Spoiler
memes.
alert, kills people.
Abe Tveit.
Abe Tveit. He does. He looks
He
like
does look
Abraham
like
Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
And
Happy President's Day weekend.
happy President's Day to him. That's a whole nother story for another time. Um, but yeah. What about you, Lily? You have anything to add about your weekend? Anything? Um,
It was so much fun it was so much fun to be in the city with you.
I know I'm just
While
life of the
knowing each
party, you
other.
know what I'm
Wow.
saying?
I hope we weren't complete menaces to society. Maybe for a tiny bit,
Just to
but
the
our
poor
harsh.
Uber drivers who had to listen to us talk for like 20 minutes straight.
Oh my God. The poor Uber driver who was playing that music.
This guy was playing this classical. And I was like, this is like, I want this playing up in the club, you know what I'm saying?
He texts our
Um,
group chat and I'm crying laughing.
yeah, no, our poor Uber drivers who had to just hear us talk for like 20 minutes while trying to get through traffic. And we just said like, "Duh, duh, 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 duh," and we're talking about all this stuff, and they were like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Jules and I
No,
also shared a bed. That was really special.
that was a real special moment. Especially when I woke up in the middle of the night and Lily is like right next to me, and I'm like, "Hello, Lily."
Was it Saturday?
Hello.
Because I got in
Yes.
later than you guys. Yeah, I was not sober that entire night, but
Yeah. It was great. I
it
was
was
his
really
big
fun.
spoon.
Yeah,
That was a nice hotel. That was a nice
it
hotel.
was. It was nice, and it
Comfy
was good
bed.
price too.
It was a really good price, but
Yeah.
I was tired, especially on I got to sleep pretty well, and then I woke everyone up when I left on
Oh no, but I
Monday
wanted
morning. I
to
was like,
like.
bye everybody. Bam, 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 bam.
She goes, "What a night!"
What a night. Um, it was a great night. It was all of it was great nights. Yeah,
We
I
had
think
well, Jules, you tried to jump from bed to bed.
okay, I did try and jump from
I have a video of you trying to do that,
we
but you
were
didn't actually do it. Just by
we
the
were
way,
we yeah.
she didn't
So
actually do it.
I can't remember what we were talking
We
about.
were doing Bad Romance.
And I was like, I'm gonna do the Christian jump.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna
We were
jump
like
from bed to bed.
reenacting the entire scene.
And thank God I didn't do it because I tell
Yeah.
you, I would probably have a cast on my arm right now or
Yeah.
something.
We would have to
Because
take you to the emergency
I
room
would have
and
had
it
to have
would
been
not
in
have
the
been a
emergency
good
room.
day.
That would have ruined the whole trip. Um, yeah, no, that was a little bit more. That's a moment that I'm like, oh yes, I remember that. Maybe we shouldn't do that again. Um, but no, I think it was special, special weekend with great people and great shows and experiences. It was freezing. I was freezing my butt
It
off.
was really cold.
I'm back here in Florida and it's like 75
Oh
degrees.
my,
I'm like,
it's
oh,
it's about 20 degrees here, so I was not having it today at all. I was like, oh, it's just a repeat from last weekend. Can we not do this? I will say that Saturday when I staged for the afternoon, the matinee, Dylan Paul walks out with shorts on. It is like 20 degrees outside. Sir, what are you doing?
I don't know how people do it. I
I
know I
don't
see people walk
understand.
around the city. I saw like someone walking around the city and she's in like I'm like, I mean, good on you, but like I'm like, oh, I'm
I could
freezing.
not.
I watch people and I've seen
Got
people in
like
like dresses and I'm like, oh my goodness, I am freezing my butt off here. Um, everyone will be happy to know that on Sunday night we didn't eat Raisin Canes, by the way. For
so
break.
proud.
What did we eat? We had pizza. After
Yeah.
Sweeney, we got pizza, then we got hot chocolate. What a
Ooh.
way to go. What a way to
Ooh.
go. And then Sunday night, what did we? Oh my goodness.
I mean, I had a hot dog. I got a hot dog from the stand.
Oh my goodness.
I
You
walk in
know,
with my hot dog.
we went back to pizza. We got carve again. We got
I mean,
sliced
you
pizza.
can't pass up New York City pizza.
Yeah, I love Carve. Shout out Carve is like one of my favorite places to get pizza in the city. It's right by the Al Hirsch, and I love it. I go there, get my little sliced pizza, and then get my drink, and I'm set.
I
I
feel like
am
whenever I go
set.
to New York, I just have like the worst appetite
No,
because
no, 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 no. Don't let Lily fool you. I want to tell you
I
what
had a
she
foot.
ordered for brunch. Okay? It's Sunday morning. It's
I was
boozy brunch.
hungover.
Okay, and it's even more excuse for you to eat like crap. If anyone here has ever been hungover, if you're over the age of 21, please drink responsibly. You eat like crap, right? Bear in mind, I'd been
Oh,
drinking the night before too. I was not as drunk as Lily though.
it was
We went
pretty
to
there.
brunch. We're ordering like French toast and hash browns, blah blah blah. Lily goes, "Can I get the fruit and granola yogurt, please?" What?
Okay, but
I the
to be fair,
judgmental stare I gave her though.
to be fair, after that, I'd had a beer, French fries, a cookie, and another alcoholic drink, water, and then a hot dog.
I guess
So
you kind of made up for it, but
yeah.
I the look I gave Lily in the restaurant when she ordered that, I was like, "What did you just say?" Fruit and granola and yogurt at Sunday brunch, especially when you're hungover. See, I'm a hungover. I want like hash browns. I want like waffles, pancakes. I did have really good
See,
French
when I'm
toast though.
hungover, I think when I'm hungover, my stomach just can't handle food. So I eat light, but yeah, I made up for it through the entire day. Although that cookie was, oof, the bomb. Um,
Bit of a weird concoction you had there. Beer, fries, and then alcohol again, and then beer before liquor. You know what they
I
say.
saw I saw a tweet that said, it's 4 o'clock. Early for it's too early for beer. It's too late for coffee. And I'm like, no, it isn't.
Never too late for
It's
coffee, in my
it's
opinion.
never too late for coffee. It's never too actually it can be a little for me, yes, because I get jitters. But beer, never too early for beer.
I'm a coffee drinker. I do love me my coffee. I mean, we got like coffee in the afternoon a few of the
Coffee
days we were
gives me
there.
jitters. I
We
can't do it. It makes me
we
feel
we
terrible.
popped to Bird and Branch, and we popped over the street to Schmackery's.
Schmack's
I
cookies. What
love me
flavor
some.
did you get?
Got a s'mores.
Oh, those were so
I
good.
do love a good s'mores.
I like the cookies and cream. I think that's up there in my favorites. Also the classic. I like there you can't go wrong with the chocolate chip cookie. So
Yeah, classic works. I just love the different flavors they do, and the s'mores has a real big space in my heart, so not all bad. No, but what a fantastic weekend we
I
had.
know. And now we're back and
Reminiscing.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not back till April, so I gotta.
Still trying to get out of the dead right now into the land of the living.
It was a
I'm
little
still in
rough
New York.
getting back to work on Tuesday. It was a little rough. I was
Yeah, I went back on Wednesday
quite
and it was rough.
tired.
Yeah, I was
Um,
dying, but
yeah, it's
you got to get
tiring.
that money. So then we go back to New York.
Yeah, I mean, my next trip, I think I'm doing April because obviously next month
Is that
I'm
your
gone.
birthday?
Yes,
Okay, my birthday's in
April.
May.
And then I'm doing, well, next month I'm gone all month, so I can't do next month. So I was like, well, let me do my birthday trip. So I guess I'll go see Rouge again. I
Again.
guess.
Again.
Again and
Derek's still gonna
again.
be in it, right? In
I,
April,
I, I guess so,
I'm
yeah.
assuming.
No one
Yeah,
has announced his leaving date yet, so hopefully he doesn't leave just yet. We do love a good Derek Christian.
we do.
So
Jules and I are the big Derek Christian fans.
Derek Christian, I love them all. I really do love me some Derek Christian. Um,
I saw actually it's really funny because like in May, I went in May with my friend and I had Derek Christian, Oyo Satine, and Dylan Duke. And it was the same this time around. I was like,
I
it's
was gonna
a full
say
circle moment over here.
Sunday night, it was Derek Christian, Dylan Duke, Oyo Satine.
Also, shout out to a yo-yo. You know, you listen.
Oh my goodness. Poor Yo-Yo. She's not gonna listen now. She's like, nah.
Nah.
Um, yeah, I do always love seeing her Satine. She was my first Satine, so
Oh, really?
I think it's always like a full circle moment. And she was
Oh,
my first Satine of this year as well, so it was like, this is so sweet, like actually having, my first ever Satine and then having her as my first Satine this year. Always great because
she was
my
my rebirth Satine because I
rebirth.
saw KO Karen Olivo um original cast in 2019. Then I didn't go back until 2023, and so she was my rebirth Satine because I had Oyo Satine then. So
That was brilliant time. Brilliant. Anyway, Lily, do you have anything else to add? This has been a bit of a fumble episode, but it's still
just reminiscent. But I don't
reminiscing.
have anything else to add. I mean, we have some exciting episodes coming up.
We really do. We
Some
really
special
do.
guests coming up, so stay tuned for that.
But
And
yeah.
then before you know it, Jules and I will be back in the city.
Whoop whoop. Always. Anyway, I think that wraps up today's episode.
Yeah. And we'll leave you with what a night.
What what a night. What a night. What a week. What a day. What a city. What a place. We love you all. We'll see you next time.
Bye.